Hello, everybody watching, internet, whoever. I'm making a video today, or we're making a video today, because it is not a special day, but a day that changed our lives forever. 3 years ago, I was working my job in construction, and I tripped and I fell. And for the entire 3 years, we've been trying to figure out what's wrong. I've had numerous x-rays, MRIs, nerve conduction tests, all sorts of things. I've done physical therapy. I've done, I've gone to a psychologist. I've been to a head of neurosurgery, a shoulder specialist, an elbow specialist, a hand specialist, pain management, regular doctors, nurse practitioners. I've had steroid injections done. I've had all sorts of things done, and nothing really helped at all. About a month and a half ago, I was diagnosed with a disease known as complex regional pain syndrome. And CRPS is a progressive disease of the autonomic nervous system, and more specifically, the sympathetic nervous system. The pain is characterized as consistent, extreme intensity, and out of proportion to the original injury. It is typically accompanied by swelling, skin changes, extreme sensitivity, and can be debilitating. And CRPS is also ranked the highest sort of chronic pain that exists today. And there's a chart that I've seen online, and they classify CRPS as being more painful than childbirth at times. It is not something fun that we have to deal with. We don't have a choice in the fact, but it's not fun because the slightest sort of breeze on my bad arm, or somebody just barely tapping it, or me walking, I feel the vibrations and it sends pain down my arm. Those are some of the things that can just cause immense amount of pains. I sneeze and I have to take a couple minutes to recover from the sneeze because it causes so much pain, and it's not fun at all. And because of what sets it off, the walking, the breeze, whatever it may be, I'm not able to do a lot of things. Most days I sit in my chair and I watch TV, or I play the Xbox sometimes if I'm able to. But a lot of the times I'm not able to because my hand will cramp up, or it'll hurt too much to move my fingers. And so it's really hard because I have a handicap placard, or handicap plates. I have a wheelchair, and I have a neck brace and an arm sling, and all of those things help me prevent a pain episode. So the neck brace kind of helps me remind myself not to move my neck around too much, which can cause it to flare up. My sling, putting my arm in a sling, it helps take the weight off my shoulder, my arm just dangling. But it also reminds me not to go out and reach or pick things up or anything like that. It's a reminder to not do that stuff. The wheelchair is because of the walking. It hurts. It hurts to walk, so we got a wheelchair so we can be more independent. When we go to the stores, I have to sit in those little motorized scooters, and you get to zap all around. Mark Cart. Or the most common brand, it's called an Amigo, which is kind of funny.
I wish it had 2 seats there.
But yeah, it's all those things I do are to prevent pain episodes, and pain episodes are the worst part of the disease. It will literally send me into screaming and crying. It gets so bad, and I'm not able to move my shoulders or my arm, and I'm just kind of stuck there like this, and I can't do anything. And it's hard because a lot of people, they look at me and they're like, oh, he's a young guy and he shouldn't need a wheelchair. I get a lot of judgmental looks when I park in the handicap, but they don't understand that if I walk, say, from downstairs in our house upstairs and back downstairs, my shoulders start tensing up, my arm starts getting in a lot of pain because I walked. And being close to the store helps reduce the walking, and the Mark Cart or Amigo, those things help prevent me from having a pain episode. And it's just, I get a lot of judgmental looks, and I hear people talk and different things, and it's just, don't be so judgmental towards someone just because they don't show signs of having.
Try not to be, because you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean,
You
just
can't see
because
everything.
the person doesn't look disabled doesn't mean that they're not disabled. I have an invisible illness, and yeah, most of the time I look fine. I look great, but right now you wouldn't guess that my pain's at a 7 out of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst. It's just, it's something that I deal with every day, and people are very quick to judge.
Since it's been 3 years, you being at a 7 isn't the same as it was when you first got hurt.
Yeah.
It might be like a 3 to you now.
Now,
and you know how to hide it.
Yeah, because I've had it for 3 years, I've learned how to cope with it, how to not show my pain. I mean, I'm not going to walk around all the time like that. That's just, I don't know really how to explain it, but you get used to it and you find ways of coping with it.
How do you cope with it?
I laugh. I make jokes.
You distract yourself.
I distract myself. I take pain medication. I do things to make it not flare up, or try to not flare up. Yeah, it's a real struggle because I'm not able to do a lot of the things a regular 24-year-old can do.
But we just found a wheelchair.
We did just find the wheelchair.
And the reason we haven't gotten one until now is because
There's been a little glimmer of hope that I didn't have CRPS.
Well, yeah, but since this is a workers' comp case, they don't approve anything.
Yes.
Or they take a long time too. So a wheelchair was not even something
we even thought of.
We thought of, or
it wasn't something that we thought we'd need.
Yeah, and so we found it on Facebook and got it on Facebook instead of trying to go through the doctors. Also, the Chad has just been approved by the doctor, not workers' comp, for aquatherapy, and my coworker was asking why that would help, and basically, since Chad can't do very much,
sitting or walking in the pool, I can't.
His muscles are atrophying, basically, because he's not using them. So anything,
any sort of movement that I can do would be beneficial.
Helpful, and the being in the water takes away a lot of the pressure.
Yeah,
right?
there's being in the water. It's basically like zero gravity, so there's no weight. Well, there is weight, but there's very little. So
it's not the same.
Yeah, I'm not.
So
when I take a step, I don't feel all my weight going down on my one foot and feel the vibrations. I'm able to walk and move and kick without hardly any pain. So, but we're trying to get that approved through workers' comp right now.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a while. So CRPS is uncurable at the moment. There are two things that they can do for it. One is a spinal cord stimulator, and that works by subjecting the central nervous system to low levels of electricity, which can block the pain. It doesn't always work with people. and it's not a permanent fix. It's something just to reduce the pain.
Well, you have to keep getting it every
Well,
couple of years.
just whenever it goes bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether battery dies or whatever it is. But they do put it on your spinal cord, so there are some risks there. They also have ketamine, which is an anesthetic that they use to put people under. And what they do is they put you in the hospital for 5 to 7 days, and they continuously give you this ketamine infusion. And by them continuously giving it to you around the clock, 24 hours a day, it doesn't knock you out, but it goes into your system, and it, like, in a way, it kind of puts your system to sleep per se. And it really helps with the pain, but we're still a ways off from getting anything done. So I just have to try and manage the pain with what we have. Ivory's playing with the guinea pig in her lap. That's Cleo. So, anyways, I'm gonna throw some clips in of clips or videos and pictures of pain episodes and what it's like, what Ivory experiences on, I'd say, a daily or weekly basis. So I'll show videos of that. I'll show pictures of things we've done since I've had this, and go from there.
Okay, we'll stick here. Oh, sorry. Now, just slide this finger towards your thumb. Okay. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's see if we can make this a little less painful here. Didn't work? Sorry.
He tried.
Now just push your thumb out. Good. Okay, that's good. Okay, good. Now just- Sorry. The thumb's always the most sensitive. It's just a lot more nerves in the thumb.
Mainly, I'm talking mainly your dad, but sorry. Be right there. She said it wasn't gonna feel good.
I know, I'm sorry. Okay? I'm gonna let you breathe for a second. Medicines that, like anti-inflammatory, muscle relaxer, you need, multiple medicines and not just one. You gotta do a multimodal therapy. And I know he was saying he's been on many medicines and it's not really helped.
Yeah, it's just, I'm frustrated with the system.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're just going into another muscle area.
They
here.
just kept jerking him around, and all he's wanting.
Sound good? No?
Is there anything else that we should say?
No? I don't think so. Bye.